So I think a lot of questions were around what is API, API management, how it is covered in SAP CPI and all. Let's first understand what is API or a web service. Then probably it will answer. I will answer your few of the questions. Those who are interested in API management and all, right? But first, let's understand what is API. What is the basics of API? So I'll relate it API with a very common example that we use it in our day-to-day life, food delivery. Or if you go to a restaurant, what is the order process? If you go to a restaurant, normally a waiter will come to your table. Okay, he or she will ask for the order. Probably before that you have already browsed the menu and you have selected what you want to order, and then you call up the waiter, you provide an order, it will go to the chef, the order is cooked. And this example I took it from the COVID era, because most of us stop going to the restaurant, okay, and we start using the food delivery process to a very high extent, and we are still using it. We were using it pre-COVID era as well, but a typical food delivery process is how you order a delivery, how you order a uh, how you deliver food on a food delivery app, likes of Zomato, Swiggy, Uber Eats. There are many in the market, right? So first thing, you open the app, you browse the restaurant, or you browse the cuisine or the item that you are looking for today. Okay, so if you open a restaurant based on your choice, Chinese, North Indian, South Indian, Mughlai, whatever you want to eat today, and then you narrow down on the menu. Okay, that restaurant is selected. Okay, I want to order from Redison today, or I want to order from Pizza Hut today. Then you order, or you go through the menu. You might be going with your favorite, whatever is there. They use that mechanism to have your favorites listed on the top. But if you go through menu and select the item, let's say you selected an item from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is the restaurant you selected. Then you selected on, let's say, veggie lover or non-veg or some pepperoni pizza, right? And then you selected that item. Then you click on place the order. You might pay at that point or not, but that is the your side of story. So you selected restaurant, you selected the menu item, you order that menu item, and order is placed. And as soon as you will place the order, it would be sent to the restaurant. Okay, and restaurant will confirm your order. That is, you get a notification that restaurant has confirmed, and the moment it is confirmed, the order is sent back to the back kitchen, where chef is going to prepare your order. So in this process, when the chef is preparing the order, okay, so you are least bothered about the ingredients, the items that he is going to use, because you don't want to cook that pizza for by yourself, right? So he or she, whoever is cooking, okay, so whatever as per their ingredient chart, they might have already put it, and we are least bothered about it. What we are interested in, our pizza to be delivered in 20 minutes or 30 minutes time that we are expecting. And once it is cooked in the kitchen, okay, it would be hand over to the delivery agent, that is through the food delivery app, that he or she might have already arrived at the restaurant, and then he will bring that order back to your doorstep and hand it over to you. So that is a typical food journey that you have already experienced for sure, whether in person in a restaurant or virtually through an app. So what is this? What is this all about? Process, it is all about a service that is being provided to you by a restaurant, by a food delivery app, right? This is a service that is being provided to you. You ordered one thing and you received an item at your doorstep. So you did not go anywhere outside. So it is a service that is provided to you. Similarly, we go through many other services, whether you are going to a beauty parlor, for a haircut, to a doctor, right? So those are the layman kind of services, right? We are not buying anything physical, but we are getting some use of a service from these technician or the specialist. Okay, so those are the services that we use in our day-to-day life. Similarly, when we talk about our internet, our applications, they also have to interact with many systems, many partners, business, and they use the services as well. But in modern day or in the internet era, we call it as API or a web service. Okay, so API stands for application programming interface, which gives you the easiness or the quick results in a short span of time without bothering about the kitchen. When I say without bothering about the kitchen, because whatever API that we are going to use or the service that we are going to use on the internet is called as API, and there can be different protocols supporting those. It can be SOAP protocol, it can be OData protocol, or the REST framework that is used as the backend. So this is the backend. We are not worried about it. We are least bothered about it, in which language it is written, what protocol it is being used. Okay, so I'll show you now with an example how it is related to that food delivery process. So first of all, we discover that API. Where we can discover, there is a platform UDDI or an API hub. Let's say you are working on a project. Let's say you are working on a SAP project or a Google project, and you are supposed to use an API that is provided by SAP or Google. So there is a space available from all the large scale providers. They have exposed their APIs. That means it is available to you where you can test it out with a lot of documentation. I'll show you in a while as well, the SAP API hub as well, where first of all you go and check out, okay, what are the APIs available to me. Then you narrow down on the API that you are looking for. For example, you might be looking for an API for sales order, okay, or a purchase order, or to integrate or to approve the timesheet of an employee. Then you are doing the same thing. You're browsing that API, you select that API looking at the parameters of it, right? For example, when you selected a pizza in the food delivery process, you check the ingredients of it, okay, right? So whether you are looking for a veggie, non-veggie, or if you want to customize something, you want to replace some toppings, you want to put extra cheese, you want to replace the crust of it. So it's totally customizable that you're having. Similarly, APIs are also there. There are many methods of API, get method, post method, put method is there. So what option you are looking for? So that you will understand when you will start using it. And then you can test that API in the API hub as well. Not like you can taste your pizza before getting it delivered to you. Here there is an option to test that API. You can still test it whether it will fulfill your requirement or not. And that is, excuse me. And you can test your API. That is your side of story. Here you are getting all the options, and then once you are fine, okay, this will fulfill my requirement, you will put some data into it and you will send a request. Now the request is going to the backend system where exactly that is written. But as a consumer, are we bothered about it? No, right? So whatever language it is being written into, .NET, Java, ABAP, or Python, some other, I am not worried about it. I'm just worried about that. I'm just interested in what is the end result of it. Okay, so source of the API is my chef who has written, and I might have chosen, when I'm selecting this, I might have already chosen which protocol I'm going to have if the options are available. Some of the APIs might be available in SOAP, REST or other formats. Some of might be only SOAP or only REST. Those are the jargons that you will come to know throughout this program. And what we are going to get is the response of it. Okay, as a result that we are going to get it. Real-time examples can be when you are going booking a flight, a restaurant, right? So you might go to, let's say, for example, makemytrip.com, and let's say you are going to check a flight from Delhi to Mumbai. Okay, so now if I say, let's say I'm looking for a flight from 31st August and I want a return on 3rd of September for one traveler. Okay, so this is the data that I'm providing, the input I'm providing. That okay, let's click on search button. Now what is happening in the back end, like right, I'm going to get the result in less than probably 30 seconds. That okay, what it has done, this site has done, it has connected to almost all the flight providers. Okay, and it has shown me best result as well. Like on our food delivery app, you will might get your favorites and all, and it might have connected with the various APIs at the back end. Some might be of Air India, Air Asia, Vistara, Go First, because all these are different service providers. It's not one service provider that we are having. So this website might have connected to all the different APIs that okay, this and this date, I'll give you the input, this is my location, round trip, can you send me the results immediately? And this has been displayed using this UI screen, this interface to you. This is only the front end of it where you are getting the result. But in the back kitchen, it might have connected to multiple applications, multiple servers to get that data, the best results for you. Okay, and you have got it. This is how the APIs are working in the background. And definitely, as an end user, as a consumer, as a member of this Make My Trip, I am not interested whether your API is stuck or it is written in ABAP, Java, .NET. What I'm interested is, can you show me the flight? What is available at 7 a.m., at 9 a.m., and blah blah, whatever time. So that is how the APIs are going to work. And if I have to, as a developer, if I have to do it, so let's say if I go to api.sap.com, so that is SAP platform where I can find the various APIs that are available from SAP itself. Okay, you can discover, explore, and consume it. So let's say here in Make My Trip, I know that okay, I have to provide this information, and based on that, I'll get my result. But if I talk about the business processes and all, then there are various options. I can check it out on this website if I'm consuming, and it is nicely structured based on my system requirement, what kind of system I'm integrating. I can do it based on the product, based on the business process. Okay, if you are a business guy, even without a technical knowledge, you can check it out. Whether you are a HR person, sales person, or procurement person, you can check it out. Let's say HR, recruit to retire. Okay, then these are the APIs available from various systems. And you can explore it based on the product. Okay, and you can also discover the integration options available here as well. Not only the API, let's say, this is a very good tool. I use it very frequently. Let's say I want to check whether I want to do an integration with S4HANA with SuccessFactors. What are the options available to me? Okay, what are the options available to me? Whether it is an integration package, or there is an API available to me, I can find out all these things. Okay. And if you want to still just want to explore the API side of it, then you can go to the explore, let's say the success factor, and it will give you what are the APIs available. So various kind of APIs are available if you want to connect to a success factor system. This is all. Then there is a SOAP based, OData version 2 protocol, OData version 4 protocol, REST. So whatever your expertise into, you can use that kind of API and then you can build your integration. And all of these are called APIs. So we are going to cover, when let's say I have to connect to SuccessFactor, I'm going to cover REST based, SOAP based, OData based. So don't worry that API management, that is separate thing. That is how you build your own APIs and how you can expose it to outside world. But here most of the cases we are going to consume it. And how to consume it, I'll take one demo as well. We'll use one OData API provided by SAP in few minutes.